Hello and welcome back. I'm Old Man Clemens. Today we are picking up where we left off in the last episode. Finding my dream car on Craigslist just days after traveling 1,600 miles to pick up a Pontiac Catalina coupe. When I saw the ad, I held my breath and clicked on it hurriedly, seeing that it did not look like the usual too far gone project of a thousand dreams. The cover photo of the ad was a picture of a beautiful blue and white two-tone Aerosedan with wide white walls. And anyone that knows me knows that I have a real soft spot for blue and white vehicles. The price seemed very low, too low, but I soon realized the cover photo was a picture from its glory days, before it was taken apart. Browsing through the photographs, it was clear somebody had big plans for the car, either a full restoration or some hot rodding. The frame and body looked to be in great shape, as did the rest of the loose parts. After a quick once-over, I knew the car was worth having a look at, and so I picked up the phone and gave the owner a call. I had a small list of questions to ask, including why and when the car was taken apart and what was missing from it. The car was located about an hour east of me in Wisconsin, and so I asked if I could come have a look. The owner said the weekend would work best as the car was stored about 30 minutes from where he lives. I know that the early bird gets the worm, and I was not going to let this one slip through my hands, so I asked if we could make it happen right now as I had the time. We met up an hour later, and I checked out the body, chassis, and all the parts. They were all in amazing shape, minus some shelfware as the car had been taken apart and stored for the greater part of a decade. I made an offer and the owner Keith accepted it. I was pumped. I drove home already beginning the build in my mind. Engine swap, rear suspension, modify the Mustang 2 front that was already installed on the frame, airbags, start collecting accessories, gotta get a visor for it right away, love those visors. Should I put spotlights on it, period correct interior, or go for a more 50s custom car interior? Needless to say, I was ecstatic, but I didn't want to get too far ahead of myself as I still had the '56 Pontiac in my shop. I put the Star Chief up for sale the next day. That weekend, I headed back over to Wisconsin with my friends Andy, who owns my old '76 Suburban, and Traven, who came with me to pick up the Catalina in the last episode. We loaded up all the parts, took a tour of the old bowling alley turned antique shop where the car was being stored, and headed back to Minnesota. Yeah? Looks like we got some science experiments going on over here. Oh wow. Andy, there's your pick of the litter up there.
This is like going to Chicago with the youngsters. They just go to the anime shop and look at all the neighborhoods.
Wow, this class is so cool. As I remember going to my grandma's spot in Iowa and seeing all the old glassware like this. Stremmel Bros manufacturing fire door.
Yeah, the whole idea behind it is that, you know, if the door is open and there's a fire here, because there was an oil burning furnace in here. So this little lead thing melts. and then the weights drop, and the door slams shut, and pulls the fire off and starts the fire.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
So there you have it. My 1947 Chevrolet Fleetline Aerosedan is back home with me in Minnesota, and the project is ready to begin. Please consider subscribing so that you can follow along for the Manhattan build, which will take this car that is a pile of parts and we'll get it back on the road for next summer. I'll be putting out episodes every 2 weeks, and in the next couple episodes, you'll see me modify the front Mustang 2 suspension to accept airbags. We'll be putting an S10 rear axle up under the rear with a custom triangulated 4-link setup, and we'll get an engine for it. Thanks for watching. You stink. Cool.